He's a senior analyst with a focus on defence strategy and capability issues at the Australian Strategic Policy Institute. Malcolm, good to speak to you on TRT World. What do you think the consequences now are of this leak?
Well, essentially, this is quite a serious leak because if you look at the documents, they definitely are highly classified, but certainly they show information about Ukrainian military capabilities, about Russian military intentions, about timings for operations, resupply plans. So that's serious, serious enough in terms of the actual tactical situation on the battlefield. But it also, I think, more seriously demonstrates and shows intelligence penetration of the Russians by the United States. And that potentially puts people's lives at risk because the Russians will now use this information to try and hunt down leaks and sources and potentially arrest or kill those people if they find them. So it is a serious situation that potentially undermines Ukraine's ability to undertake operations, but also weakens US intelligence operations and their ability to gather intelligence.
And Malcolm, of course, now the search is on for who did this leak come from? Who's likely to be responsible? In most such instances, fingers point towards Russia. Do you think that they could be the ones behind this?
It's a possibility, but I think as your lead-in suggested, it's more likely to be in the United States itself. So you compared it to WikiLeaks, which I think is quite appropriate. There could be someone in the US that maybe is loyal to Russia that decided to leak this information to embarrass the United States, to undermine their ability to support the Ukrainians. It's notable, for example, that the leaks talk about the US gathering intelligence on friendly states and allies rather than just the Russians. So I think that that would go against the US interests. So I think it is probably someone in the United States, perhaps in the US government, that is loyal to Russia and wants to undermine and weaken the US ability to support Ukraine in this war.
Yeah, Malcolm, I'd like to further touch on, these allegations in these documents that the US is spying on allies like South Korea, like Israel. How damaging could that be for Washington in terms of intelligence sharing among its allies?
It's damaging. Everyone spies on everyone. I think, they call it the second oldest profession for good reason because everyone's been doing it for a long, long time. But nevertheless, when this sort of information comes out and it's revealed that, the United States is spying on allies, it doesn't help. It doesn't help have good relations. So I think that, the countries that have been named in this, the South Koreans, the Israelis, will probably be a lot more cautious in sharing information with the Americans in the future as a result. And they'll be looking to their own internal arrangements in terms of potential leaks that could be going to the Americans.
Malcolm Davis, appreciate your expertise and analysis. Live to us there from the Australian capital.